Team of the Year is here, and I'm going to show you all of the cards that are going to be in both the men's and the women's Team of the Year, as well as objectives, SBCs, and more. I'm going to tell you guys all the cards that are going to be going up in price during this promo that you need to invest in. This could be the biggest video of the year. Granted, it's only like our 5th video this year so far.
If you're looking to buy cheap and reliable FC24 coins, look no farther than my partner Fut Loot, and use my code ELITE, ELYYT, for an extra 6% at checkout.
Now, before we get started today, I want to keep you guys away from this screen. On average, people will spend over $100 on Team of the Year, and it just doesn't make any sense, guys. Remember, before we start Team of the Year, I do want you guys to enjoy it to the fullest, but you can do that without spending your own hard-earned money on FC points, going straight to EA Sports, who, let me remind you, are an evil and greedy company who wouldn't mind if you got completely addicted to this gambling machine, which is the store, that they drop promo pack after promo pack after promo pack into. So stay away from the store. If you really need to finish an SBC, or you really need coins for some sort of card that you don't want to trade to, you can go to Fut Loot. The link is down below, but do not go to the FC store in FC24. But today is about something much bigger than that, which is the Team of the Year team. And this is having a huge impact on the market. I've told you guys over the last couple of videos that today would actually be the lowest point probably for the transfer market for a lot of the meta cards, and they have taken quite the drop. So we might not be wrong, but could they keep going over the next 48 hours a little bit lower? We're going to take a look at that here in a minute. But here is the official men's Team of the Year that we are going to see in FC24. Of course, we've got Mbappe, Haaland, and Messi up top. I don't think that there was any doubt about that. And then in the midfield, we had Rodri and Bellingham, and then De Bruyne does finish that midfield. I think that's what everybody expected as well. But at right back and at goalkeeper, I think we got a little bit of a curveball. Frimpong is getting in, which does add a Bundesliga player to this 11 right here. Gets all 5 of the top 5 leagues into the Team of the Year, as well as, well, I guess MLS as well. So 6 different leagues in the Team of the Year. Let me know if that is a record for the most players in a men's Team of the Year in the history of Ultimate Team, because back in the day, it used to just be the La Liga best 11 because all of the best players played for either Real Madrid or Barcelona, and then maybe like a Falcao from Atletico Madrid. But now there's quite a bit of diversity. Now at left back, it is going to be Theo Hernandez, and then Alisson in goal. I was expecting it to be Ter Stegen, but it is Alisson. Everything else did end up being what we predicted, but that is the team. So all of the cards that these players have in the game already have actually been coming down in price a lot. Will they go back up? Probably. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But we also have a couple of women's players as well that have been leaked into Team of the Year. Caroline Graham-Hansen, Sophia Smith, and Sam Kerr all getting into Team of the Year. 3 forwards from the women's team. I'm pretty sure we're going to get players like Mary Earps at goalkeeper, and there's some other players like Aitana Bonmati, who's of course going to get into Team of the Year, but we don't have all of the midfielders and defenders leaked yet. We'll probably have those over the next couple of hours. On top of that, we have some leaked evolutions, and we have one of them that is going to be a striker evolution. We don't have a ton of information on that one quite yet, but we do have a couple of evolutions that we do have information for. This one is the Team of the Year Unsung Hero. I don't know why it just popped up the way it did, but as you guys can see, or can't see because it's behind my camera, you are going to get an overall max 79 rated card. It's going to cost 75k or 350 FIFA points, and it actually does have quite a bit of upgrade. So we could see cards that do fit that one go up in price over the next couple of days because of the hype. But we have one other evolution coming to the game right now, which is going to be a center defensive mid evolution. And I don't think I have it here on my bookmarks. So let me go ahead and find that one real quick. We have an evolution for the center defensive mid. The players are going to get a +1 weak foot and the Anticipate Plus playstyle, which is actually a pretty good playstyle. And if you look at the front page of Futbin right now, you can see players like Jeffrey Schlupp, center defensive mid, he's up to 2.5K. You can also see a player right here, Taram, another card that could possibly fit that evolution. So keep an eye out for those cards that have spiked up in price. You can probably sell now and make some coins, because given how many packs are going to get opened on Friday, it's hard to think a 76 rated player like Schlupp is going to be above discard price, even if it does fit an evolution. So be careful with any of those cards. If you're investing, I would sell into the hype rather than waiting for the actual evolution to come out. So be careful with those, but we do have a couple of leaks for SBCs and for objectives. One of those objectives is going to be Dante. Dante, I'm not sure why he's getting into an objective, but he is. So links to him could possibly go up a bit if it's a good objective. You've obviously got some other Brazilians in the Ligon, like Jefinho, of course. Jefinho, the GOAT, is a link to Dante. If you have him as an 84, he's kind of outdated, but it's Jefinho. You also got cards in this league, I guess not Neymar anymore, but if we add him to the squad builder, we can actually find some cards that could potentially link to Dante. I don't really think that there are too many cards that really stand out that actually get great links to Dante that aren't SBCs like Renan Lodi and Chao Enrique. You do have Alex Tellez, which is from another league, so possibly a little bit of a boost in the Brazilian market, but for the most part, these cards really don't catch your eye in January anymore. I guess you do have Taram. That could be a card that actually does go up because of Dante, but it would have to be a good objective. If that Dante sucks or it's too difficult to go get, then cards like that are not going to go up. Then we've also got ourselves, let's see, one more big SBC, and that's Sawa, a very craftable icon during Team of the Year. Of course, a lot of us have saved packs for this week. And even if I don't end up packing a Team of the Year, I'll be crafting some of the icons that we get, like Sawa, or like the Zico that just came out yesterday, which continues to push fodder up, as well as the recurring 83 plus times 10 SBC that is absolutely skyrocketing the price of 82s and 83 rated cards. Right now, the fodder market is on its way up, and I know I told you guys I was going to go all in at 83s at 900 coins, and then, well, I was out of town for a day when they were 900 coins. Now, I'm kind of sad because I didn't go all in, and they're up 600 to 700 coins and probably could be sold for more to lazy buyers. If you did go in on 83s, let me know down in the comments if you're making coins on them. 84s are on their way up as they hit 2.5K. 85s are at 5.2 thousand coins. 86s, 8.8, to be honest, could still go up to like 13,000 coins for those 86 rated. So I'm not against investing in some of these, but I do think that those meta cards are going to go up pretty quick. So I got my eye on those at this point. 87s up to 14.5K after being under 10,000 coins. 88s have broken 20 again. 89s are a pretty normal price, as well as 90 and 91s a pretty normal price there as well. So that's our market update for right now. But what are the meta cards that are actually going to go up the most? Well, we've had good luck with Locatelli, who we have a few of on our transfer list right now. He's up to about 140,000 coins. We got him for 105,000 coins, but we do only have 4 of them. I didn't want to go too heavy, given the fact that Team of the Year is just around the corner. But anything that's going to get a link to good SBCs or good objectives during this promo is, of course, going to have another reason to rise. But you've also just got players from good leagues and good nations that are reliable, good cards, and have been for the last couple of months. And Rafael Varane, for me, is one of the cards that really catches my eye because he's a card that has been much more expensive, has dropped pretty drastically over the last couple of days. 455 is asking a lot, but if you take a look at the hourly graph, you can see that yesterday he was down to about 435K at his low, so I probably wouldn't spend more than that. But those kind of cards that have good links to pretty much anything, they've got good play styles, and they've got good leagues. Those metas, I think, are going to do fantastic during this promo because everybody's going to be shifting their focus into those leagues as maybe they pack an untradeable team of the year and have to build around it. Maybe they've gone out and done a team of the year SBC. Most of those cards that get links to those, you're always going to be good with a good nation and a good league. Those links are always going to be valuable. And so some of these cards, even the ones that are in Team of the Year itself, are going to go back up. Like Van Dijk right here, this card not bad. Maybe we look at, let's see, 1.6 million. That's a little bit much. Trying to find one with the best play style. I would say of these, the Team of the Year is probably, or the inform's probably the most likely to recover. I'm not a huge fan of Van Dijk now that we look at him, but one card that I know is going to be an absolute bomb, straight up in price, is going to be this Neymar card. 3.2 million coins right now, and it is very late at night. It is about 2:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so most of Europe is still asleep or just now waking up, and obviously most of North America is asleep, which are the two biggest markets for the game. And he's still 3.2 mil, which is significantly less. He was up at 3.6 mil as he exited packs. If you can get him for 3.1 or less, kind of the same for the ice card as well. If you can get him for, he's dropped about 300K. If you can get him for, that's actually not even a bad price right there at 2.7 million coins. I really don't think you really wouldn't be doing too much wrong there. It looks like last hour he was 2,650, so that's about 50K less. That's a good price. So those cards are really, really good because he is not going to be in this promo. Maybe he does get an SBC that will hurt him. If he does, that's just EA throwing us an absolute L. But given the fact that he is a very elite card this year, everybody likes to use him. He's super expensive, but people are afraid to buy right now, and you can see that as he's exited packs, he's gone down. He's probably going to break 4 million coins in the next 2 weeks. I wouldn't be surprised if he got close to 4.5 million coins in the next month. So if you are going to go for some of these high-rated metas that have been in some of the previous promos, now is the time. You can look at cards like Marcus Rashford, like João Felix. Those guys are going to go up. But let's say you don't have the budget for a card like that. Well, you can look at cards like Wendy Renard, which have much less risk and are obviously going to link to some of those players that do get into women's Team of the Year or possibly women's objective cards or SBCs throughout this next week and a half. So Wendy Renard, 64,000 coins right now. She was 61, but I think this is still a good price. She's out of packs now. She's got decent stats. And for a center back women's player, 6'2", it's usable. It really is usable, and at 64,000 coins, I think a lot of people are overlooking that card. Then you can take a look at maybe Lawrence at left back, possibly going in on cards like Rodri, because he is obviously in Team of the Year, and if people panic sell this card a little bit more, which he has gone down a bit already, as he was 850 on Sunday, he exited packs yesterday, still has gone down a couple thousand more. 749, it's not terrible. If that Team of the Year card ends up causing a little bit more panic, it might be a card that I go in on. So recent promos I think are very, very good. So versus Fire and Ice, either of those cards from those teams are good. And then if we back it up to Winter Wildcards, we can actually see a card, Alex Balde. I really like him still. And I invested in him right here at 60K. I sold right here at 94K actually. We sold the Alex Balde for him. And then over the course of the last few days, he has started to get panic sold. He's down to 73,000 coins right now. He could go a little bit lower, but he's probably going to rebound back up to 90K, 100,000 coins in the next week. So this is a card that I think for the low budget guys could work out very, very well. Let's say you've got even less than 73,000 coins. There's going to be a lot of non-rare cards that are going to be good for daily SBCs. We're going to see non-rare cards that are used in the daily SBCs to get people more packs, because the one thing that people are going to be itching for this week, Got any more than packs? Well, those SBCs are going to be some of the most completed SBCs of the year, whether they're good value or not. So looking at some of the players that are from the good leagues, good nations, good positions that don't have a lot of other options are going to be the best. You don't want a card like a left back from France unless it's going to be the only option for left back in France. If you look at the Premier League, left back, France, well, you do have a couple of options right there, one of which is up to 3,000 coins for Ait Nori. I wonder if that's because he transferred. Is that because he transferred? It is because he transferred. So I guess there is only one option from that league, which is Luca Digne, other than those silver. So, I mean, that is a card that could potentially go up from this promo. And what I would suggest is actually check out Fut PEPI'S live trading service. He does really, really well with this. I'll just go ahead and leave a link down in the description. This isn't a sponsored video by him, even though he has sponsored some of our videos in the past. I'll leave a link down below. He does a very, very good trading service, which covers some of these non-rare cards. And it can make you hundreds of thousands of coins in just a couple of hours following his guides on there. So make sure to take a look on that. I'll probably do a video with him over the next day or two anyway. So you're going to see a little bit more of what Fut Pepi can offer. So that link will be down below. Let's take a look at this Messi card because, of course, he's going to get in to the Team of the Year. And it does look like he's down a little bit because he was 2 million coins. Then we heard the Team of the Year pre-crash. Everybody knew Messi was going to get in, so he dropped pretty significantly. Got down to 999,000 coins, so over 100K less than he is right now, but I still don't really hate the current price of less than 1.1 mil. So keep an eye on him. Again, I wouldn't spend over 1.1 mil, probably not even 1.1 mil, but this is a card that could skyrocket back up because what's going to happen is when people see the price of these Team of the Years, they're going to say, oh, I saved up for him. I was ready for him. I still can't afford these Team of the Years. This Mbappe card on day one, I mean, he's going to be 11, 12 million coins. Haaland is going to be like 5 million coins. Messi is probably going to be over 5 million coins, at least 3 mil at the very least. And that's going to be pretty much across the board. Maybe a little bit cheaper for the center backs and the goalkeeper and the defenders. Maybe Rodri isn't the most expensive, probably over $1 million still. But most of these cards, guys, are going to be so far out of reach for any player that, only the 1% can afford these cards. And so they're going to revert back to the metas that have dropped in previous weeks. We have to understand that even though there are probably going to be Team of the Year nominee cards in packs, there are going to be Team of the Year icons, there are going to be Team of the Years like these in packs, well, they're not going to get packed nearly as much as previous promos. So the supply is going to be super low. The demand is going to be super high. Most people aren't going to have the buying power to afford them. So where do people put all of these coins that we have liquid right now and all the coins that people will get from all of their saved packs and all of the coins that those morons that go over to the store on FC points are going to get? Where are those coins going to go? Right back into the metas that have dropped into previous weeks. So I think pulling the trigger now, buying some of these cards is not a bad idea if you want to wait till Friday. I don't blame you because there could be a little bit more panic at content release on Friday that you could get in on, but just know you're also risking being a little bit late as cards will probably start to rise Friday night and just keep going throughout the week. So that is the Team of the Year rundown. As Team of the Year is finally here, we are ready, we are prepared, and I am very excited for it. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel right now because you don't want to miss any of this Team of the Year content. I mean, tomorrow's video is literally going to cover Team of the Year release, which is coming out. So it's here. We've got to be ready to go and actively trade with this promo and hopefully pack some blues. Go ahead and comment pack luck down below and that'll give you the pack luck to actually get yourself a Team of the Year. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.